You've seen it called one of the greatest movies ever made, but what if I told you The Shawshank Redemption is hiding secrets right in front of your eyes? From biblical references buried in the script to real family members hidden in plain sight, these secrets change how you see the film forever. Today we're counting down the 15 most mind-blowing details in The Shawshank Redemption. And I promise, once you notice them, you'll never watch this classic the same way again. Let's start with one of the subtlest details, hidden in plain sight, a detail that literally puts the director's hands all over the movie. Number 15, the hands aren't Tim Robbins. When Andy loads his gun in those haunting courtroom flashbacks, the camera lingers on his hands, steady, deliberate, sliding bullets with cold precision. But here's the twist. Those hands don't belong to Tim Robbins, they belong to director Frank Darabont himself. In fact, every close-up of Andy's hands in the entire film, from loading the gun to carving his name into the wall, is Darabont stepping in front of the camera. Why? Because he believed these shots were too important to leave to chance. Andy's hands weren't just hands, they symbolized control, fate, and ultimately freedom. By inserting himself, Darabont left his literal fingerprint on the film. Think about it. The escape that defines Andy Dufresne is, in a hidden way, Darabont's escape too. Number 14, Red never lies up. Red is Shawshank's fixer. You want smokes? He can get them. Posters? No problem. Even a rock hammer? He's your man. Cigarettes are his currency, his business, the very symbol of his role in prison. But look closely. In the entire film, Red never actually smokes. Not once. He handles packs, trades them, passes them around, but he never takes a drag himself. Why? Some say it shows Red's practicality. He profits from vice without succumbing to it. Others argue it symbolizes his outsider role, the observer who narrates the story but remains detached. Either way, the irony is striking. The cigarette king of Shawshank never lights a single match.
In here, he's an important man.
Number 13, Andy only loaded 1 bullet. The prosecution claims Andy loaded 8 bullets the night of the murders, reloading his gun to kill his wife and her lover. But freeze that flashback scene, the math doesn't add up. Andy slides 1 bullet into the chamber, then lays 5 more to the side with 2 more visible on the right. When the camera cuts back, they're still there, untouched. Meaning Andy left with just a single bullet loaded. If his wife and her lover were shot 8 times, as the state argued, it couldn't have been Andy who pulled the trigger. It's a subtle visual clue buried in the film, one that whispers his innocence long before anyone believes it.
How does that strike you as a fantastic coincidence, Mr. Dufresne, or is it just me?
Number 12, the director got a dollar deal. The Shawshank Redemption exists because of a single dollar. That's all Stephen King charged Frank Darabont for the rights to adapt his novella. It was part of King's famous Dollar Baby program, where young filmmakers could adapt his stories for $1. But Darabont's adaptation was different. It wasn't just a student project. It became cinema history. Years later, when Darabont mailed King a check for $5,000 as a thank you, King never cashed it. Instead, he framed it and sent it back with a note, "In case you ever need bail money. Love, Steve." That's friendship, Stephen King style. That framed check still hangs in Darabont's office, a reminder that the greatest prison movie ever made was born from the cheapest deal imaginable. And we're only warming up. The next secrets connect Shawshank to Stephen King's universe, reveal family cameos you've never noticed, and even foreshadow Andy's escape. You're about to see Shawshank in a whole new way.
I'll even mail him for you. How's that?
Number 11, Morgan Freeman's son played young Red. Remember those prison mugshots of a younger Red? That wasn't a makeup job or a CGI de-aging trick. That was Morgan Freeman's real-life son, Alfonso Freeman. Alfonso didn't just lend his face to the paperwork, he also showed up in one of Shawshank's most unforgettable moments. He's the inmate yelling, fresh fish today!" as the new prisoners march into the yard. Red's son literally welcomed Andy to Shawshank. That cameo wasn't a one-off either. The very next year, Alfonso appeared in another of his father's classics, Seven. In a movie all about fathers, sons, and legacy, It's fitting that Freeman's actual family is woven directly into Red's story. Number 10. The Rockhammer's biblical hiding spot. When Warden Norton finally discovers Andy's escape tunnel, he finds the Rockhammer hidden inside a hollowed-out Bible. But the page Andy chose wasn't random. The hollow begins at the Book of Exodus, the story of Moses leading his people out of slavery in Egypt. Andy literally hides his escape tool in the most famous escape story ever written. It's both irony and prophecy. Exodus concealing Andy's exodus? For years, the warden preaches salvation while standing on a Bible he never truly read, and Andy uses that same Bible to carve out his freedom. It's symbolism at its sharpest, hidden in plain sight. Number 9. Red's cell number has special meaning. Listen closely when guards call out Red's cell number after Andy's escape, 237. If that number rings a bell, it's because it's one of Stephen King's most infamous numbers. Room 237 is the haunted hotel room in The Shining. Frank Darabont slips it into Shawshank as a nod to King's larger universe. And it doesn't stop there. The number 237 pops up in Stand By Me and other King adaptations. It's like King's personal Easter egg, a ghost number haunting his stories. At Shawshank, it becomes part of Red's prison identity, proof that even in a grounded drama, King's fingerprints of horror still linger. Number 8. The opera song mirrors Andy's crime. That gorgeous opera over the loudspeakers? When Andy hijacks the PA system and plays Mozart, Red admits he has no idea what those Italian ladies are singing about, but if you translate the lyrics, the irony is chilling. The song Canzonietta sull'aria from The Marriage of Figaro is about a woman writing a letter to expose her cheating husband, and accused of murdering his wife after she cheated on him, fills Shawshank with a song about betrayal and infidelity. The choice wasn't random, it's a poetic echo of Andy's alleged crime, blasting over the prison loudspeakers. To Red, it's beauty, to Andy, it's revenge in harmony. It's irony turned into art. Number 7, Andy's fake name references King's villain. When Andy launders money for the warden, he creates a fake identity, Randall Stevens. But in King's novella, the alias was Peter Stevens. Director Frank Darabont made one tiny but powerful change. He swapped Peter for Randall. Why? As a tribute to Randall Flagg, one of Stephen King's most notorious villains, a dark figure appearing in The Stand, The Dark Tower, and more. By giving Andy the name Randall, Darabont wove a hidden connection between Shawshank and King's darker mythology. Andy's alter ego isn't just a cover story, it's a shadow nodding to evil itself. Number 6, Red accidentally predicts Andy's escape route. When Andy dreams of Zihuatanejo, Red scoffs, calling it nothing but shitty pipe dreams. At first it sounds like just prison slang, a hopeless dream. But here's the twist. Andy really does escape through a literal sewer pipe, crawling through 500 yards of filth to win his freedom. Red unknowingly describes Andy's exact escape method months before it happens. His words become prophecy. Andy truly lived a pipe dream, surviving a river of sewage to reach salvation. What sounded like a cynical joke became one of the most famous scenes in movie history.
I missed something here. What's funny?
You'll understand when you see the rocket.
Number 5, the Gilda connection. Movie night at Shawshank. The inmates cheer as Rita Hayworth lights up the screen in the 1946 film, Gilda. At first, it feels like just a fun break from prison life. But look closer at the plot. Gilda's character has an affair, and her husband plots to kill her in a fit of jealous rage. It's almost identical to Andy's supposed crime, murdering his wife after discovering her infidelity. The movie within a movie mirrors Andy's own accusation, forcing him to sit and watch his life played out in black and white before a crowd of prisoners. For Andy, it's entertainment tinged with cruel irony. Number 4, Tim Robbins crawled through real cow poop. That iconic moment, Andy crawling through the sewer and emerging in the rain, is the image of freedom itself. But behind the scenes, Tim Robbins was literally crawling through a pipe filled with real cow manure. The crew dammed a creek, sterilised it, then filled the pipe with thick, foul sludge to make it believable. Robbins later joked, "It wasn't human shit, it was cow shit, but it was still pretty toxic." The scene feels triumphant on screen, but for Robbins, it was pure endurance. That final gasp of rain-soaked freedom, it came at the cost of stinking like a barn for days. Number 3, Brooks' hidden backstory. Brooks Hatlen, the gentle old librarian who loves his pet crow, is one of Shawshank's most tragic figures. But here's the part the film never says out loud. Brooks is in prison for murdering his wife and daughter after a gambling loss. The filmmakers confirmed it in interviews but left it out of the movie to preserve his sympathetic image. Knowing this adds a chilling layer. The kindly man who nurtures birds and mentors prisoners also committed a horrific family crime. It explains why he clings so desperately to prison life. For Brooks, the walls weren't punishment, they were protection from himself. Number 2, the Irish joke has deeper meaning. When Andy asks Red why he's called Red, Freeman delivers the classic line, "Maybe it's because I'm Irish." Audiences laugh. Of course Morgan Freeman isn't Irish, but this joke is actually a wink to Stephen King's novella where Red really is Irish, a pale, middle-aged man with greying red hair. When Darabont cast Freeman, he kept the line as a playful nod to the source material. It's one of those moments where the film breaks the fourth wall without you realising it. To viewers, it's a joke. To readers of King's story, it's an inside reference.
Where's he going?
Number 1, the final shot almost didn't happen. That breathtaking reunion on the Mexican beach, Andy and Red embracing under the open sky, is one of the most beloved endings in cinema, but it almost never happened. Frank Darabont's original script ended with Red riding a bus, hopeful but uncertain, leaving Andy's fate ambiguous. The studio pushed back, insisting audiences needed the closure of seeing the reunion. Darabont compromised, filming the beach scene from a distance, avoiding close-ups, to preserve some ambiguity. Imagine if Shawshank ended with Red staring out a bus window instead of walking into the surf. That final embrace wasn't guaranteed, it was a gift, demanded by the studio and reluctantly granted by the director. And without it, Shawshank might not hold the same place in our hearts today. And there you have it, 15 secrets hiding in plain sight inside the Shawshank Redemption. Which of these shocked you the most? Did you ever catch the opera's hidden meaning or notice Red's cell number? Drop a comment below, I'd love to know. If you enjoyed uncovering these details, smash that like button and subscribe for more hidden stories from your favourite films. Because once you start seeing these Easter eggs, you'll never watch movies the same way again. Thanks for watching, and remember, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things.